Today we're going to review slope-intercept form. Hopefully this is something that you remember from 8th grade. Slope is the change in y over the change in x. And the y-intercept is where the graph crosses the x-axis. I'm sorry, the y-axis, thus the y-intercept. There are other things as far as slope-intercept form. You might have seen slope is rise over run. You may have seen y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Slope is also, we use M for slope, B for y-intercept. The y-intercept is also the constant. The formula for an equation of a line using its slope and its y-intercept. So here we have our equation, y equals mx plus b, where again, m is slope. And b is our constant, also known as our y-intercept. So when we're graphing things in slope-intercept, we start by placing a point at the y-intercept. So let's say we have the equation y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4. So I would count up on the y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would put my dot there. From that point, count the rise over the run to find the point. Be careful about signs, right? So if this is negative 1, we can write it as negative 1 over 2. So this means that we are going to go down 1, and then positive is going to be right. So down 1 and right 2. And then connect the 2 points. Sometimes you could do 3 points with that same pattern, down 1 over 2. And there's your line. Keep in mind when we have a negative, we could also write 1 over negative 2. So we could go up 1 and left 2. If you have a positive number, maybe we had 3 over 4. We could go up 3 and right 4, but we could also write that as negative 3 over negative 4, where we're going down and left, which would also be our positive. When we look at these graphs, write the equation for each line in slope-intercept form. So we're going to start with right here, negative 1 is my b, or my y-intercept. My slope is in fact going down. Be careful of your sign. So down 1 over 1, 2, 3. So down is a negative, right is a positive. So my slope is negative 1 over 3. So y equals negative 1 over 3. That always gets the x minus 1. On this one, our y-intercept, my lines did not come through very good, is at negative 3. And I am going to count all the way up to my dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a positive. And right 1 is also a positive. So my slope is 6 over 1, or just 6, because anything over 1 is itself. So y equals 6x minus 3. Write the equation for each linear function using slope-intercept form. So in a table, we're still looking at the slope and the y-intercept. Remember, the b, or the y-intercept, is where x is 0, and it is our y number. So our b here is negative 3. And then our slope is our change in y, which we can show with a triangle. Change in y over change in x. So this is from, actually I don't like that one. Let's go to an easier one. Let's do from 0 to 3 is plus 3. from -3 to -7 is -4. So my slope is -4/3. So y equals -4/3x. And then my b was -3. Okay. Here is my b. And that one is going from 4 to 0 is -4. And from 2 to -4 is -2. So my slope, -4/-2, simplifies to a positive 2/1. That's what I was talking about earlier with the negative and the negative. So this is going to be y equals 2x plus 8. We can also look at these things in equations, right? So remember, initial salary, constant, beginning is your b, and that per tells you this is your slope. So y equals 200x plus 1,500. Javier has 500 in the bank. That's his B, and 200 each week. That's his M. You're looking for those keywords. So y equals 200. Oh, timeout. I missed a word. Let's go back. Not 200. It should have been 500. Spends is a minus 20x. We did look at this when we did literal equations. We could, if we're solving for y, remember we said we need to minus the 3x and divide everything by -2. Make sure that we can change things into slope-intercept form. A positive divided by a negative is that negative, and a positive divided by a positive, I'm sorry, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. We could do the same thing here. We're going to have to move that x by subtracting and divide. This is a positive 5, so I don't, remember when we multiply and divide, we do not change the signs. -60 divided by 5 is -12, minus 2/5x. And then this last one, the x is already over on that side. If I want to solve for y, now I'm moving the 5 and dividing everything by 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2x minus 5/3. Hopefully this was a nice review for you of slope-intercept form. Have a great evening.